Hey, what's up? So in today's video, I want to cover a very important topic, which is what do you do when you see someone that you kind of know, right? And this doesn't actually happen to me at all anymore because I live in the suburbs. I never see anyone, but between the ages of like 22 and 30, I'm sure it's happened to you a lot, right? And it's always like you see someone you kind of know. I mean, you know who they are. They definitely know who you are, right? And they know you know who they are, and vice versa, but it's like an awkward conversation. Like, why is the conversation awkward? Is because, like, what do you talk about, right? What do you talk about? How long is it socially acceptable to talk for? And, like, if I'm with someone, do I gotta introduce that person to you as well? And like, if we're living in the same area, is like, yo, do we gotta like make plans now to see each other? Like, what's the deal here, right? So that's obviously like a really it can be a super awkward conversation. And then I think a big aspect of it, why people don't like it, especially me, is like the conversation typically always goes around like this weird feeling where you're kind of sizing each other up, right? You're like, oh, what do you do for work now? Oh, where did you go to school? Like, where do you live? Blah 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 blah, right? So it's just like a weird situation where I think like a really awkward conversations can happen. Um, so yeah, there's been a lot of times where like I've seen someone, and then I just pretend like I didn't see them, and I feel bad about it. But like, it's not like I don't like that. So for example, like one time I remember like 10 years ago, I went to like Seattle or something with my girlfriend or my wife, right, at the time. And then I just like we're walking down some square, in Seattle. I don't know what it's called, but I look up and I see this girl from my high school, and then I just like see her and I'm like, oh fuck. So I just like look away. It's not like I didn't like this girl. I knew her, like we were fine, but like just I didn't want to have a conversation. Like explain to her why I'm here, and I gotta ask her like what she's here, and then like I gotta introduce my girlfriend to her, and they gotta talk to each other for 5 minutes. It's just like a unnecessary conversation, right? Um. So yeah, and then one time I remember another time I was like visiting home, and like I like see my friend from high school that like it's been so long. I think we're friends, but we kind of just know each other. But it's not like we don't hate each other, but like we're not like best friends or anything. So I see him, I look away because I look at him and then I see him look at me and then we both look away at the same time because we don't have that conversation. This is like an awkward conversation. So, like I don't like doing that either, where I see someone I know and like, I don't say what's up. So ideally for me, what I would love is like if I'm walking down the street, I see someone I know, I go, "What's up, man?" He goes, "What's up, man?" We acknowledge each other and we just keep going. Right? That would be ideal. So I think that should be the social norm. But to be honest, once again, I live in the suburbs. I don't see anyone anymore. Actually, when I was thinking about this, I would love to see someone that I kind of knew from high school and talk to them now, because I think it's different now when you're old, because it's kind of more rare. But back then, it's an awkward conversation. Okay. And then while I was doing my homework for this, which was making these slides 5 minutes ago, I guess there's a lot of scenarios that can play out that would be different. So I guess the one scenario I had in my mind, which I was like, oh, I want this to happen, which is that you just say what's up and move. Like that works well if you're like walking down the street. But then there's like a lot of other scenarios as well. It's like, what if you're like at the gym or at a grocery store and you have like time to talk, right? Then what do you do? Or like, what if you're with people or without people? Like, it might make a difference as well. Like, if you're by yourself, it makes it makes it a little bit easier. And obviously, whether or not you like that person matters as well. So I think here's my rule of thumb that I'm just making up right now. If you're with people, you don't introduce them, right? You just talk to that person you know, you say what's up, and then you keep the conversation super focused on what's happening right now. Like, oh, you see someone at a concert, you go, oh, I love this concert. What do you feel about these guys? You love them, whatever. You don't go, hey, like, what do you do for work now? What do you do this? Blah, 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 right? You don't ask any of those questions, right? And I'm just spitballing here. I think it'd be okay to talk about shit you remember from the past, like that was funny. If they're by themselves, one thing I like to do to people, because this is my personality, I like to just like say like really nice things about them to like their significant other, where it'd be like something super blatantly not true, but I'd be like saying in a joking manner, but it would like raise their you know like status, the significant perceived status of them. If that makes any sense. It probably makes no sense. All right, cool. I'm not gonna edit this video because I'm really lazy, so I'm gonna edit here, and I hope this is a helpful video. If not, I'm sorry.